Hey now, say now.
Hey now, say now.
You guys, welcome and thank you for listening. This is another episode of Petty on the
Heading on
Rocks.
the rocks.
This is season 2, episode we don't fucking know. I
We
am
just happy to have y'all here, though.
right, all four of y'all.
Mm-hmm.
So, my name is Erica Jade, or at least that's the alias I chose to go by. If you know, you know. If you don't, oh well.
Yep, and I am Vern or VTA, whichever you want to call me on that day. Yep.
Thank you. Ooh. Now, Mr. Black Cat Liquor 1. So you guys know I do webcamming and all that good jazz. So I decided to be live webcamming. Actually, I kind of forgot that they could hear me, let alone that I was going live during this episode. So shout out to Black Cat Liquor 1 for sending me a phone number and telling me he has Cash App. Now, I will say this, because this is Petty on the Rocks, and I'm just being honest. 9 times out of 10, it may be bullshit. Why? Because people like to throw that out there. What I'm noticing, more people be like, "Oh, you got Cash App." It's just to initially get your attention, and then once they have your attention, it's like, "Yeah, so what you doing today? How was your day? Do you got a boyfriend? Bitch, where's the Cash App?" Say no.
No bull. Lead with the money first.
Right.
I need you to be leading with the money in that question.
Right. Conversation always gonna be here. We'll talk about it later. That's time.
Send me money, not messages, nigga. Hey, that's the quickest way to shut me up. If a girl tell me send money and not messages, guess what's gonna happen? Listen, I ain't sending another motherfucking message.
All I'm saying is, see, at this point, I don't understand. This happens like every day. I'm assuming it's someone picking someone up for work or something, because this shit happens every fucking day. Literally, someone will be like, "Oh yeah, by the way, I'm gonna interrupt what you got going on. Beep beep, bitch. I don't give a fuck what time of day it is. Beep beep." And it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's cool. I don't know what the fuck they got going on, but whatever.
That's what they doing in these streets.
So the first petty thing on our fucking list today is Greyhound. You know Greyhound, the cheapest way to get around. Mm-hmm. Greyhound is ending, or have ended, at least by the end of July, their rewards program.
Which sucks.
I mean, if you want to be honest, Greyhound kind of suck in general. Now, don't get me wrong, I will take that statement back if they wanted to sponsor the kid, but being that they quit their reward system,
they probably ain't sponsoring shit anymore.
But I'm gonna tell you why I say Greyhound suck. And it's not even all the employees. I've met some really nice Greyhound employees. However, my nigga, if you've ever traveled more than 4 hours on Greyhound,
you gonna lose something.
You gonna lose something. Your bus gonna break down. You going at some point within your 24-hour trip, and I know because I've taken 2 of them at least minimum, where we're waiting on an on-call driver. And we're waiting on an on-call driver. Why? I don't know half the times, but I remember a couple times I done made me a motherfucking pallet inside the building with a couple other folks who was fucking tired and sick of this shit. And literally, I had to talk shit on Twitter for Greyhound to actually try to reconcile that situation. Like,
that's sad.
I mean, yeah.
That is terrible. I remember the last time I was on a Greyhound. I was taking a trip from DC to Atlanta. Mm-hmm. And the only bright side I had of that trip is that I rolled up all my blunts beforehand.
That's the smartest thing to do.
Yeah, and so when I got to Richmond, I was blowing to the good. But the downside is they definitely lost my bags by my ass niggas.
I'm not gonna lie. What was that Spirit I flew? Remember that time I went to Vegas and my bags were still in Detroit?
Ooh.
Do you remember that?
I believe so. That shit was not Atlanta.
Literally. Oh yeah, shout out to my friend Young Superfly. So that was his song in the beginning of the podcast. Almost forgot because remember this is the second take of
Mm-hmm.
a episode, and I know last episode we talked about it
At the
towards
end.
the end. Yeah, so I want to
Yeah.
give a shout out to Young Superfly. I would say to the 4 listeners, if you're into hip hop music, go check him out. I only have his Spotify link, but I want to say he's on Apple too, but I'm not exactly sure.
Right.
However, his name is Young Superfly. He's from, Laverne, from the DMV area. He's actually a very nice young man because let me tell y'all, real quick story. I was on tag, right? Doing what I do, being tag like. And next thing I know, my car wouldn't start because I wanted to be on tag, but my shit plugged in like I was driving a 2019 something. So, boom, I'm on tag. I'm like, yo, my car won't start. XYZ. Now, if you know, you know. And some people just know. And some people actually can pick up like that location. Like I could tell where you at by your background is really real, especially
Yeah.
if you're from the area.
Yeah.
So so this goes back into the story with the weirdo when he basically was like, "Oh yeah, I'm single." Da 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 da. And then he was like, "Oh, I'm in my company car," but the company car said "baby on board," but we ain't gonna go there.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm on tag and I'm like, my car won't start. So the weirdo was like, "Oh, I'm coming. I'll come to you. I'll be right there. I'll be right there." I feel like this nigga drove from DC to motherfucking Clinton. Like I don't think he was around the corner like he said, but whatever. Anyway, so Young Superfly here just so happened to be doing what he was doing. If you know what you're doing when you're doing it, you know the pharmaceuticals, them. You know what I mean? So he was riding by, and I seen his car. He seen my car, but nobody said nothing. So then he hit me up like, "Did your ride ever come to give you a jump?" And I'm like, "Nah." He said he was supposed to be here, but that was like 5 minutes ago. So he like, "Well, I think I just seen you." And he asked me where I was at, and he told me where I was at, but he asked me like in a
Right.
question form. So I'm
Right.
like, "Yeah, yeah, that's where I'm at." He like, "Oh yeah, I just seen you." He was like, I was making deliveries around that way, and I was like, "Oh, all right, all right." Long story short, he pulled up. Then the weirdo pulled up, but he still fucking jumped my vehicle, and it was difficult because it was a Chevy Equinox, and everybody knows those they're kind of dumb to jump. Like I still don't know where the other prone thing was, but long story short, he jumped my car, and he's been smooth sailing ever since. Like he's been cordial. He's not extra. He's not a thirst box. He's like genuinely cool as fuck, and he got the smoke. So, all that being said, I like him. And then come to find out he got not romantically because I'm pretty sure he got a girlfriend. I think that's the last thing we talked about at one point. But anyway, I like his music. I'm not gonna lie. I'm real skeptical of listening to people who I call my friends music because sometimes you don't want to tell your friend they suck. And sometimes you gotta tell your friend they suck. But then it's like, who are you to tell them they suck? So I be, because I got another story real quick. Somebody gave me their CD in New York, and he tricked me because he made me think that he was like just giving me random compliments, and it turned out that the nigga was pushing his CD. So boom, I buy the CD thinking I'm giving a donation for nothing, but it's really for the CD. Like I don't know how I went from compliments to donation, but he was good. He was good. So long story short, I paid for the CD. I put the CD in my car, played the system. Played the in the car system, whatever. I played a bitch, and when I tell you, it was like tragic. It sounded like Ice JJ Fish on a beat. Like it was terrible. And I was just like, what are we doing here? No offense to him, because, he got his name by being who he is. So I'm not even saying like it's bad to be Ice JJ Fish. But what I am saying, if you know, you know. And that takes a certain type of listener to truly enjoy that music. So, long story short, his shit was trash. And ever since then, I've been kind of scarred. I've heard niggas freestyle, and I've been like, I used to hump on you. That's ridiculous. Why do you? What the fuck? Like I ain't gonna say no names, but all I am gonna say, just know if you was my boyfriend back in the day and you trying to be a rapper now, people been hype you up all this time, telling you lies because they don't want to hurt your feelings. They already call you ugly behind your back, but whatever. The point is, sounds terrible. And when I say call them ugly, they never mind. I ain't gonna say it because I'm gonna still be talking about that. You gonna know exactly. You ain't gonna know, but anybody who's from the Berg would know exactly who and what I'm talking about if I say this particular name. Because this person is named after a celebrity, but not for the right reasons.
All right.
Like if they were calling me Flavor Flav, they're not calling me that because I sound like him. Obviously,
right.
We're just gonna leave that at that.
right. Or because you sound like them.
Right. I'm just gonna leave that at that.
Yeah,
But,
boy.
um,
Shout out to you said it's Young Superfly.
yeah.
That link that you sent me, it wasn't bad. I'll tell you that
I
much. It
even
wasn't bad.
felt like a real like promoter radio person. I'm like, here, check this beat out. I mean, check this artist out. That's how I felt. This is my friend. I could say I met him in real life and he was cool. And shout out to the other DMV artists that blocked me because I didn't show up to the video shoot. Because I ain't gonna lie, I was insecure. My weave wasn't fresh. My nails wasn't done. And this nigga was asking me, did I have a black robe? I don't own no black robe. I only got a pink robe. So I did not go. And it was like it was too much. Like I gotta go find somebody to put in a weave. Well, matter of fact, I'm not gonna say fine. I have to come up with $600-700 to fuck with Miss Shelly to do my head how I want it done because I love her wigs. And the longer it just be popping. Not saying her shorter don't pop, but the long story short, he put me in a budget financial distress. Okay.
Right.
And you talking about buying a nice silky robe. You know how much them robes and stuff be at Victoria's Secret. He wasn't saying go to fucking Kohl's and get a fucking robe like I did before. And let me tell you, I got a nice plush robe from Kohl's. Shout out to whatever bum bitch got that. But now I just got my little silky, what is it? Fake silk. What is it called? Robe from. I don't even
Polyester.
know. Yeah.
I ain't mean to say it like that, but
yeah. I got my polyester robe.
polyester.
Polyester robe. I want to say I got it from Shein. I can't remember, but I ain't gonna lie. I do right by that robe, and it do right by me. But I did have a nice little plush robe from Kohl's I used to take when I went to go dance and shit. But how did we get on robes again? Oh yeah, the artist that basically blocked me because I guess he was like, "Fuck this bitch." Shout out to him, and I still hope that he's prospering in life and that he is just excelling in what it is that he's doing. And his music, I ain't gonna lie. Now I'm gonna say the truth. I never listened to it. I don't even know what music video I was gonna be in for what song. I know he sent it to me, but life did not work out that way. I'm like, fuck the road, fuck that song. And then I really was offended that he blocked me. Like, wow. I don't block my friends that don't listen to my podcast. I got strangers that can name my podcast episodes. My friends can tell you what number I'm on. I can't even tell you what number I'm on. You know what? All right, we're gonna just go into something else too.
Nah, I just had to, I had to let you get that out.
Access denied. I'm done. In other news, we was talking about, well, you brought up Soulja Boy because he's not my favorite and he's not my least favorite person, but I'm like, I dropped off after the big t-shirts and dances. I don't really keep up with nothing. This man could be the inventor of fucking eyelash glue and I wouldn't know. So,
well, Soulja Boy, I'm not going. I am a fan. I am a fan of Soulja Boy. I am. I'm not a fan of extra shit, and so when I get wind of extra shit, I gotta report it and talk bad about it because nigga.
Petty on the Rocks is a place where you can, get your rocks off while drinking on the rocks,
Yeah, and I feel like
even though we smoke way more than we drink, but whatever.
Right. If you're gonna do petty stuff, then you're gonna have to get on this petty news. And Soulja Boy responded to a 12-year-old tweet from WizKid calling him whack. WizKid on May the 11th of 2010 said, "I swear Soulja Boy is whack. Jeez." Soulja Boy on July 10th of 2022
this year
responds and says, "Your mama whack. Shut your bitch ass up."
Well, this is Soulja Boy, and he's the first person that ever tweeted. So, you know, he has infinite knowledge of fuck shit.
Soulja Boy was at home with nothing to do, bored, mad that he ain't been in the news in 7 days. And so he said, how can I get the world to talk about me? Let's just type in Soulja Boy is whack on Twitter and see who was the most popular person to say it. And that's how we are here right now, having this conversation about dumbass Soulja Boy. Yep, I get to call you a dumbass because even though I like you, you're dumb. You're stupid. Yeah. You talk bad about the dead after they dead. You claim you beefing with rappers. You're not beefing with no rappers. You beefing with yourself. You think you beefing with rappers because a rapper gonna tell you, "Oh, get your little goofy dumbass away from me," and then you get to yelling, "Who goofy? Who dumb? Nigga, fuck you, fuck you." No, it's all stupid. Yes, I'm a fan, but I'm not a fan of none of the antics. I think it's stupid. Ask everybody how I feel about Lil Nas X. One of the greatest musicians ever. One of the greatest musicians ever. Yep, I said it. One of the
I love
greatest
Lil Nas
musicians
X and his
ever.
gay antics. I don't give a fuck about him prancing around in a skirt, and listen. When it comes down to that shit, at the end of the day, I have a son, and I would, if he was to wear a dress because Lil Nas X wear a dress, I would tell him to reconsider and do what you want to do, not what someone else is showing you they're doing.
Right.
And if he still decided that he wanted to wear a dress, that would not make me be like, down with Little Nas X, he made my son wear a dress.
Well, I'm not just opposed to the dress thing. I'm opposing the things he says when he's not doing music.
He's a troll.
The things
he started
the
out
way he
as
moves.
a troll. He's still a troll. Trolls don't die, they multiply.
So is Lizzo a troll?
Fuck yeah.
All right, cool. Because she makes banging music, but I don't like none of the
She's very
attention that she
talented.
draws to herself.
I feel like her music all sounds like I'm gonna just leave that go. But I like it, but it's all like chippery, happy, like not that that's bad.
Yeah, I feel like she is a great pop artist.
Okay, that's what I'm looking for. Pop. It's very pop.
Yeah, just like Lil Nas X. I think they're both great pop artists, but I also believe.
So you're not saying Lil Nas X is a hip hop artist? That's what you're saying?
Not at all. Not at all. But what I'm saying about them is I really wish they could just keep it at music. Keep it at music. We don't need
the difference? What's the okay. What's the difference from Lizzo? What Lizzo is at this point, she's pro fat.
But see, no, that's not the issue.
No, that's not the issue. I don't think that's the issue. I think she's so pro, just like black people that be pro black, but they're extremist about it. So it's like they're borderline racist at this point. Like, so she's technically borderline. Okay, let's not say racist. Let's say prejudice. So
what, against small people?
Yeah.
I don't think what she's doing screams prejudice against small people.
Bro, her whole fight is about her past, because I can't even, if she's not insecure about it anymore. Her past insecurity is about her being a big girl and being scrutinized for being big, and seeing that quote unquote skinny people can do certain things but big girls can't. Now, first of all, I don't know whoever told them they couldn't wear two-piece. I never said that. I don't know any of my skinny comrades that ever was like, ooh, why is she wearing a two-piece? Oh. But it's like, that's like a thing where it's like most big girls like, and who can't wear a two-piece? Who said, like, I'm not walking around with my little ass and say, who said I can't wear sundress? Who said I can't wear leggings? Like, bro.
I honestly believe when it comes to her, when it comes to Lizzo, nobody ever said anything negative about her. She just put it in her mind that the world is saying stuff about her.
About Lizzo. That white woman that was on air and was like, she's promoting not being healthy and blah 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 blah.
I mean,
At
yeah,
this point, a lot of white people are promoting a lot of things that are not cool. So
not
I
only that, but
I
we
wouldn't
are
even
in
go as far
America.
to say
America is like 52% obese.
listen, I'm just gonna say I don't have a problem with anybody other than the problematic shit that they do.
Yeah.
Like I thought about it. I made a TikTok and it was off of I forgot her name, but she did this little me jealous of you. Ah ha 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 ha. Ah ha, ha. Like I did that based on one, I knew what it felt like. Pretty much the caption was when she's light skinned. Now, if I was to see a white person black when she's black and she did the same sound effect, I would be like, And saying this out loud kind of made me want to delete that TikTok because I wasn't like bashing light skinned people, but let's be real, I've definitely been discriminated on based on the darkness or the hue of my fucking skin, let alone been in comparison with a bitch who was less dark.
Right.
You know
Right.
what I mean? So,
Right.
and I've had also a ex, I don't even want to call her a friend, an ex
Associate.
I was going to say roach, but whatever.
That's why I was
That,
trying to cover that up.
that
All right, go ahead.
that literally felt that she was superior in looks based on people's weight and fucking dark skin. Because the bitch would say shit like, "Oh, she's cute to be. I mean, she's okay. She's dark skinned. Like, bitch, what the fuck do you mean by that?" Or, oh, she literally called a person that I hang with like, "Oh, you like hanging with ugly girls because it makes you look better." Like, bitch, you're stupid. And no, what the fuck? So why are you saying my friends are ugly? Then on top of that, she's a big junk. Like she and I don't think that's okay.
Right.
So when people act like that, again, I've had another person saying, "Well, oh, she's brown skin. Oh, she did." Okay, bitch, a little lightly colored bitch. Um, that's fucked up. And yeah, so that's why I made the video. When bitches are, I didn't even say when bitches. I said when she's light skinned, and the fucking sound to it was like me, you. I'm jealous of you. Ah, ha, 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 ha. Ah, ha. Yeah, because that's how I feel. Like, bitch, I literally, the bitch literally just said I was jealous of her. Like, bitch, you got bad skin and you smoke like synthetic weed. Like, you don't even have any like degrees that I could be jealous of. You don't have like a house and home with children I should be jealous of. Like,
Right.
you don't have a fucking nice ass car and a mini mansion that I possibly could have been jealous of. Like, bitch, I'm sorry. I went off the deep end again.
Yeah. Yeah. You did. You did. Long story short, if you're talented, you don't need the extra shit to accompany the talent.
So you don't have to be a troll if you're talented.
If you're talented, you could just let the music speak for itself. I'm gonna give you a perfect example. People hate
Azalea
on this.
Banks.
Who?
Azalea Banks.
Nah, man, that's a fucking troll. That's not a perfect example.
Oh, I bet you meant a perfect example of a person that got talent and they got extra.
Nah, I'm
I
trying to go in
think
the
I've
opposite
seen that
direction.
she was a Gemini. It's like this all makes sense. It all
Yeah,
makes sense. She's really a sweet girl who's just a little traumatized. She has a little bit of insecurity based on her being a black woman. I get it. And at the same time, she's very emotional. That's why she lash out because when we like a person and a person do us fucked up or we feel we've just been done the dirtiest for no reason, we don't really have a dial of how we express that. So pretty much even though we if want to say bitch you hurt my feelings, I would like an apology or can we talk about how that made me feel? We will just be like you stupid ass bitch and just go for the lowest blow cuz we want you to feel how we felt in that moment. And even if you felt that we bring more harshness to the situation, we don't look at it like that. We look at it like you started it.
I got two examples of what I was trying to bring up.
My bad, my bad.
Yeah, that's all good. Post Malone. People say what they want about Post Malone. People talked a lot of trash about Post Malone. Yes, Post Malone was in the news once upon a time. I think he might have said the N-word or something like that. Yeah, in the news talking about, well, rap isn't always my go-to, blah, 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 yada, yada. Yes, but he has never outright trolled anybody and just trolled some shit for the sake of trolling it. He just went in the studio and pushed out good ass music. Another example.
Post Malone?
Yes, that's my first example. He just pushes out good ass music.
Yeah,
And
it's the good ass music part. But okay, again, I like what I like. You like what
yeah,
you like. We
yeah,
like
yeah.
some of the same
We
stuff.
could I about
Because
to
I
say
was about to say I like
we could check Billboard and all that shit. It'll tell you how good the music is without
that does
either one
not.
of us having an opinion on it.
Hey,
The
that don't speak from my opinion.
shit. Look,
That
your
speak for
opinion, look,
the
regardless of
nation.
our opinion on it, somebody listening to it. That's how I feel about Drake. The whole world claims to hate Drake,
Who
but
hates
you don't make
Drake?
all this money with the whole world claiming to hate you.
I don't hate Drake. I love me some Drake.
I
And
feel
I
you,
didn't
but
even fuck with Degrassi part.
I guarantee you one or two or three or all four of our dedicated listeners hate Drake.
If they hate Drake, they just I don't know. I don't want to talk about nobody other than I have to, but if they hate Drake, something wrong with them. He's
Ex-
not problematic for real.
And that's how I feel about Post Malone. I
Um,
had to draw it there. And that,
yeah.
but another example of an artist that just makes the music and don't get in people's way or make salacious headlines or nothing like that is Jasmine Sullivan.
I love me some her.
And look, I'm not the biggest fan of Jasmine Sullivan, but talent is talent. Music is music. I ain't gotta like your music. I ain't gotta be a fan of the shit. I ain't gotta play the shit, but I know what's up when I know what's up.
Right.
She don't be in nobody's face. The only time she was ever in headlines when she was like, "All right, these motherfuckers ain't trying to let me release my music."
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to throw no other celebrity names out there, but I think somebody had something to do with that. But we'll leave that alone. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Because we hold certain people at a high regard, so I don't want to tarnish certain names. I'm not in the mood to be trying to bring other black women down or whatever. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah. But yeah, Jasmine Sullivan's only in
Well,
the
whoever
press.
did that ain't shit anyway. The
We ain't
fuck?
gonna go there because sometimes things ain't all the way in people control. And
Mm-hmm.
you might think you got more of a controlling stake of something or somebody than you do.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect example. I know we bought the sidebar, but Meek Mill felt like
Shout out to
he
me.
did more for Roddy Ricch, for Roddy Rich's success
Mm-hmm.
than the people who put Roddy Ricch out.
Mm.
And he has a good reason to feel that way because Meek Mill walked Roddy Ricch into certain doors that got Roddy Ricch the looks that he was afforded to get looked at with. And so Meek was like, well, if I put him on to this much money, I don't get no cut of none of that. I introduced y'all to this nigga. You know what I'm saying?
He
So
wanted a finder's fee. Okay.
yeah, and I believe that the person that's in the that was in the midst of the Jasmine Sullivan stuff was just probably looking for a finder's fee and was like, hold on. I know she nice and all, but I don't think y'all would have even her nationwide exposure or worldwide exposure had it not been for me. I want a finder's fee. I don't know this stuff, but that's just what I believe what
That's
was
what it.
going on, which caused Jasmine's growth to be stunted just a little bit. She's still there, she's still her, but she probably would have been bigger had a couple of roadblocks not been in her way. But she just sticks to the music. And that's all I'm saying. Like these trolls, like it's a lot of people who troll unreasonably and
For
they actually make good music. So I'm
right.
like, why would you troll so hard when you could just make the good music? You know, every once in a while you get your trolls, your Kevin Gates that'll troll a little bit, and he makes really good music too.
Yeah, I like Kevin
You
Gates.
know what I'm saying? Like, so you get a couple trolls like that, but none of them go as hard as Lizzo or Lil Nas X. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna talk about trolls that's out there that's making bad music, because fuck all them. Ha ha ha. You won't get a mention on my damn page. I mean, on my damn time. Like
Yo.
for real though. But speaking of some really good music, there was a fight at an Erykah Badu concert.
Not cousin Erica.
You know what song?
But the people don't know.
Who got riled up over
Hold on, wait.
window seats?
Oh
Don't want
shit.
nobody next to me.
I'm telling listen, first of all, she don't cousin Erica don't even give them vibes of Nuck If You Buck, right? So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna predict, or not even predict, I'm gonna guess, assume that someone got fucked up. I mean, they was lit and they was listening to that, and maybe at the wrong time, like, one wrong bump, like we would have been kumbaya if it was Honey or something like that. But I just was singing how I don't want nobody next to me. Now, bitch, you done stepped on my toes to get to back to your row. Like we don't know what happened, but the only time I could see vibes being mixed up is when alcohol is involved. Or if you already had a dirty vibe on you and then you went somewhere and yeah, I don't know. Because who fights at an Erykah Badu concert?
Right. For
That
real though.
doesn't even sound logically possible. Like, yo, who was fighting? If you said you was fighting at a Juicy J concert, even a Drake concert, possibly, you could just figure the females just went wild and someone snatched somebody's weave by accident. I don't know.
Right.
But Erica, Miss Badu, nah, she got pussy scented incense. I don't think that she would have
The vibe don't scream fisticuffs.
right.
But for some reason,
No
to
fisticuffs. Not in no man. I would be disappointed if my child came in and said some stuff like that. Like, yeah, I went to go see Erykah Badu, and there was a fight. What?
I blame it
What did you
on
say?
people really not being able to go outside for so long.
So they don't know how to conduct themselves at an Erykah Badu concert?
Look, hey, they don't know how to conduct themselves at a church.
That's damn near close. Shit.
They ain't been out in so long that it's like, oh, you know how to feel about somebody bumping into me. I might just have to slap a hoe. I might
Oh
just have to slap a
shit.
nigga. Might have to
What?
slap a hoe nigga, or a nigga hoe, or a hoe ass nigga, or a nigga ass hoe.
Yo, Negro, you need to relax.
Hey, I'm just saying.
You said
I'm
a
just
whole ass
saying.
nigga, niggas asshole. What? Never mind. That's not. We don't even got to
That
go
was
back.
great. That was great,
Yeah,
right? That was
that was
great.
perfect.
All right.
What
So,
about, since we're already talking about rowdiness,
mm,
the fucking three amigas who fucking turned up? And did you remember the name of that restaurant? If
nope. I
it was
just
in New York,
remember about the dollar and 79
79
cent.
cents. Yes.
Mhm.
So these three chicks go into a place again, lit, right? And clearly they're in New York, so this already sounds bad. Anything with lit and in a place already lit. It does sound great. But
Mhm.
anyway, so they in there, they I guess asked for the sauce, didn't get the sauce because they were asked to give the 179 for extra sauce, and they basically like fuck you and this sauce, and turned the fuck up, did thousands and thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars worth of damage.
Yep.
And that two people went to the hospital due to one of the females throwing an alcohol bottle.
I believe so.
And I
Yep.
don't mean the rubbing alcohol. I mean, if I was to assume, this sounds like Casamigos behavior. I'm not too sure. I can't
I don't know.
just.
I've had Casamigos. They ain't make me want to do all that.
I
Make me want to
mean,
make me
not
want to poke
that,
something, but they
but
ain't make
they.
me want to go and get wild and crazy.
I mean, on a bad day, I had some it wasn't by choice, but a bartender gave me some Nikolai, and I went from a sweet, sweet child of God to a fucking Tasmanian devil mixed with a Chihuahua. It was bad. So I think, and they were Spanish, so I'm assuming they were drinking tequila. Just a hinch,
Yeah, it could have been
just a
for sure.
hunch. But that sounds a little racist. I apologize if that offended anyone. I wasn't trying to.
Hey
Didn't
man,
mean to. My intentions weren't to. I mean,
right?
shit. If it was a nigga, I'd have thought they was on the brown.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. Anyway,
Real.
but that's all I had in petty
Oh,
ass, weird ass news. Cause
well,
that's weird.
what about the bodega clerk that um
Oh.
okay, so a girl goes into the bodega to get a bag of chips. Her EBT card declines. She sends her boyfriend in there. Somehow, some way, the boyfriend get all animated, charges at the bodega worker. The bodega worker pokes him up, and they lock the bodega worker up for murder as opposed to self-defense. The bodega worker ain't asked to get charged at, especially not over no dumbass bag of chips.
So you
Like,
mean tell me that his life was in danger over a bag of chips? He rectified the situation and they locked him up?
yeah, because
Now, I'm not saying anyone deserves to die over a bag of chips. However, what I am saying is
stupid what's that? Stupid people get stupid prizes or
play stupid games, get stupid
yeah,
prizes.
there you go. Play
Play stupid
stupid
games,
games, get
win
stupid
stupid
prizes.
prizes. Yeah.
I'm not gonna say rest in peace to the gentleman.
Oh, at least you called it
What
gentleman.
if we would keep our hands to ourselves
Oh
like
shit.
I preach in episode after episode after episode after episode, there would have been another, he would have been able to live to see another day.
Mm.
Nah, he wanted to be big and bad and defend this girl over some goddamn potato chip. Potato chips was worth dying for, bruh?
What is there to protect over potato chips? That whole sentence sounds crazy.
Yeah, just potato chips ain't worth dying for, bruh.
Mm-mm.
Like, I don't care how big a macho. This this is part of the reason I've been single for a long time. Your card declined. Your EBT, your EBT card declined.
Mm-hmm.
The first thing on your mind ain't to just scrunch up $2 worth of change for the chips or two loose dollars. You too cheap. You too cheap to let go of your two loose dollars. We
Maybe
talking
she didn't
$2.
have
This
$2.
$2 ain't even putting in a gallon of gas. This $2 ain't even buying a gallon of milk. This $2 is barely buying a gallon of water. You telling me
Maybe she
you
didn't have
press
two
for this
dollars.
two? Man, she had $2 in that car worth of change. I don't care who you are. In your car, you could scrunch up $1.50 worth of change, whatever the case is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're not telling dog. So you telling me that your pride to dig for some change was you had too much pride to dig for change. So you send this big man to huff and puff on this dude, knowing that your man could get volatile.
Clearly, she didn't know that.
Nah, fuck that. She knew
Mm-hmm.
because I don't know. She probably was, hey, boo, he bullshitting on this bag of chips because he gonna say my EBT card declined. Go in there.
Mm.
And you know what that do to a man. Oh, shit, I gotta go in here. I gotta go in here. My chest poked out.
Mm.
So you mentally put in your brain to have your chest poked out over a bag of fucking chips. I'm not saying rest in peace to that gentleman. No, no. I'm not gonna say you deserve to die. But I'm not going to be like, oh, and sorry for the loss of the job. No, you shouldn't have charged that the worker. I feel sorry for the worker. They got to go to jail because he didn't
Mm-hmm.
expect somebody to turn up over a bag of fucking potato chips.
Mm-hmm.
Keep your hands to yourself, people.
Mm-hmm.
Be mindful of your words. Keep your hands to yourself because it's only getting crazier out here.
Mm-hmm.
you have to have people skills in order to survive in this world. You
Facts.
don't have to like people, but you got to have some people skills in order to
I
survive
would
in this
say
world.
it just goes down to respect. Like my nigga, the guy who was working should not have got disrespected or even felt endangered over
A
a
bag of
customer's
chips.
bag of chips.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck if it was lunch meat. Like my nigga, that's crazy. And
Yeah.
as far as the female, like I literally, well, we talked about it a little bit on another episode. I believe I don't even know. It might have been a regular conversation with me and Pete, but I know we were talking about women who are at the hand or basically have blood on their hands from being instigators or involving men in their
Yeah.
shenanigans that they
Yeah.
may have caused on themselves. Like, for instance, them two twins that got their stepdad killed.
Mm.
Well, basically, the one twin apparently didn't like the other twin's boyfriend because he was doing whatever he did to her, fucked up her taxes, apparently beat the other sister up. I don't know. And, well, at least that's what the bloggers were saying. And the sister called the dad, like, to come over and rectify this nigga being at the crib. Somehow, some way, the dad ended up shot and dead.
See?
And it's like,
I'm
damn, and then the twin is still fucking with the nigga. There's
look.
no way you're gonna murk my stepdad and be like, oh yeah, but I still love him, and I know that it was no, that's crazy.
And that's what killed me about domestic situations, because I never want to get in the middle of that shit, because just okay, I personally know somebody who broke up a fight between a nigga and his girl,
Mm-hmm.
and fucked around and got shot
Mm.
by the nigga, and
Mm.
the girl was still with the nigga.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not if I'm sorry, I love women, and I love to defend y'all. I'm gonna talk that y'all should with niggas, all that shit. If I see it just happening on the street and a nigga just beating this girl up or whatever, I'm not even entertaining going to try and break that up.
Oh shit.
I'm not. I don't get involved. Look, one of my best friends is a female. I'll lie to you not. Me and her walking from the mall, and I believe me and her was about to go separate ways.
Mm-hmm.
But we was walking from the mall. I think I was gonna walk her to her house and go about my business.
Mm-hmm.
We was walking toward her house from the mall. Her boyfriend pulls up on her, grabs her, yoke her up, all that shit. I ain't jumping it. You know why I ain't jumping it? Because had I turned up on him, then me and him would be at it forever. And she would have still had to go over there to his house and fucking suck him. And that wouldn't have set right with me at all.
All right.
At all. You
All
still about to go to this man. You know what you got into when you got into it. You tend to like these niggas that's putting their hands on you. So why the fuck am I gonna risk myself,
I
my
literally
livelihood?
just had I had this conversation. This person, well, she's no longer my so-called friend either. She literally got mad at me and was like, yeah, and that time he was jumping on me, you ain't do nothing about it. Bitch, cause she's like, I told you, call the cops. And where y'all at now? They've been together for almost 20 fucking years. Are you fucking stupid? Then on top
Right.
of that, you literally told me after the fact, like, he wasn't just beating you the fuck up. Like, he was, but you ultimately start hitting him. Like, and granted, she had a reason, like, oh, at first he was just putting his hands on me. Then I start fighting him back. Then I just said, fuck it, because I'm already getting beat up. I'm going to start hitting him first. Bitch, and you would want me to be involved with that. Why? You don't give a fuck about me, clearly, because you want this nigga to still, he already don't like me. Now you really don't want him to like me. And then you're going to be mad at me because I didn't try to incarcerate your baby father, even though you were to not press charges or whatever the fuck. Like,
Yeah.
I'm so lost.
It's odd and it's weird behavior, and I just feel like and that's another PSA. You see some shit going on, don't rush to be a hero. It's 2022. And the incident that I'm talking about with my man, that shit happened in like 2003, 2002,
Hold
something like
on,
that.
he passed away?
Yeah, the nigga broke up the fight, and the nigga got killed right after he broke up the fight between the dude and this girl. And I'm like, man, nah, man. Fuck all that, man.
And the girl got back with the guy?
The girl was with the nigga. The girl was with the nigga, still with the nigga after the fight. Like, come on now. So when I see domestic situations like that, I just stop and I mind my business. I share my business. I'm sorry. Call me what you want to call me. That's not a sucker move. I'm choosing me first.
Yeah.
And I think in instances where you're the third party and you're just watching some wild shit unfold, stay out of it. Choose you first.
I
Don't
would say
I'm gonna defend don't defend nobody. Choose you first.
I feel like it just depends. Like, I don't think my male friends will like see me getting beat up by a dude and just be like, oh, nah.
If the dude is your boyfriend,
Even if he's my boyfriend,
I'm gonna let him have it.
I would
If the
say
dude ain't your boyfriend, that's different.
okay, but I mean, I think I can vouch for my bro that he would jump in some shit, even if that was or wasn't my boyfriend, because yeah, for sure.
Look, it's the honorable thing to do.
I think it just depends on the situation. Like, if this guy would shoot you in her, it's probably best to get help. But if it's a person that, if you, it's more about diffusing the situation, and if it can be diffused, like
I'm
some
about to
niggas,
say, because some situations you can tell spot on, like, oh,
right,
ain't no interrupting that. For one, it's only gonna take 5 seconds. He gonna
right,
yoke her up for 7 seconds just to get his point across and go about his business.
right.
Why am I going to interrupt 7 seconds, turn it into 57 seconds in another issue when I could just let the 7, 8 seconds of whatever torment she gonna go through go right by and be like, damn, that's fucked up. Oh yeah, you call me a bitch ass nigga all you want, but I'm not getting in the mix of that and then you go suck his dick later. No, we're not doing that. We are not doing that.
No.
We are not doing that. Me and my hands ain't doing that because you ain't sucking my dick later for this. I might have busted lips and busted knuckles, some other shit going on, whatever. Just because
Bad
I
back,
wanted to
because we getting
defend my
old.
friend and this one, I can't jerk off with no busted knuckles.
You hear me, man? I said bad back because we getting old.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm not jerking off with no busted knuckles. I'm making that point very clear.
No,
I'm not jerking off with a busted hand. Like, nah, we cool. I like to keep my hands intact. Got plenty of work to do. Not just jerking off, but I got plenty of work to do too. So I'm not about to nah. No. I'm not wasting my good hands on somebody else.
Yeah.
Waste my good hands on my goddamn self. Shit. He was putting his hands on me. I ain't got access to no guns right now, so I'm sorry, baby. You sure? But as soon as I got access to a pistol or something,
baby, you sure?
we could go play a scare his ass game if I got a pistol on me. But I ain't got a pistol on me. I'm not about to go. This ain't the 80s or the 70s.
Yeah,
A nigga will shoot your motherfucking ass trying to defend
and
me.
shooting for less.
Yeah.
I mean, I literally just seen a fucking. What was that? Oh no, that was an old story, but it came up on my YouTube watch video to watch this shit, and it was a dude. I would believe he was a rapper, and he was a rapper. He went to the strip club because he knew that somebody he wasn't fucking with was gonna be there, and then his girl was summoned to give the said party a dance, and he was not rocking. So, long story short, he lost his wife. Ultimately, over some Gucci.
See? And that's another thing. I'm not losing I love women to death. But I ain't about to die for no coochie, especially some coochie that I ain't got a ring on. No.
I feel the same way about penis. Like, sis, you can have them. Listen, 9 out of 10, I didn't even know you existed, and because I've never been that person to be like, oh yeah, I'm just like fuck on this nigga, and knowing he got a main bitch. That's what really kills me about these women that come out of the closets on these celebrities. Like, yeah, I was fucking with him while he was married, like back in '06. Like, damn, bitch. And then at the end of the day, you just created some enemies just
Yeah,
because you want to be weird.
having no shame and shit.
Mm-hmm.
But
Uh-huh.
but I digress.
Mm-hmm. We 50 minutes in.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about American Airlines losing the 12-year-old girl?
Uh, uh.
Nah.
Who cares one time?
All right. Well, them niggas dropped the ball. She was an unaccompanied minor. Um, she did end up locating her father when she got off of the flight and all that. Da da da. Da. But they lost track of her when she got on the flight.
Was she white or black? Not that that matters.
I don't know. I
Mm.
don't know. I'm not gonna lie. They just saying she was 12 years old, and regardless if she white or black, at 12, the airline should have had a little more responsibility because they had the option for the unaccompanied minors or what have you. And I'm pretty sure, like,
Hold on, wait.
you,
They got an option so you can pay to have them accompany your.
I don't know if you could pay to have them
Because
accompany
if it's
you, but I
paid
think they
to,
had like
if it's paid,
people
she need a.
on monitor. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no. If it's not paid, it shouldn't be a service if they're not paid to do it because that's bullshit. Like, what you want me to fucking watch your child and for free? Like, no, they don't need babysitters get paid, so why can't I? So I feel like if one, they don't offer the service, maybe they should, but then again, all these people and even including especially children getting kidnapped, yeah, I just feel it all sounds like bullshit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It all sounds sketchy to me. The mom, like, you trusted your 12-year-old to, like, did she have a phone? Like, I'm assuming so.
Right, right,
I'm assuming so, but it's just still like this world is crazy. They're kidnapping grown ass women. So a 12-year-old, I'm assuming would be light work.
right. Exactly, exactly. All right,
So
I got
it just puts everybody under a shady light. Like, mom, what's up with you? Did you not pay the extra bread to get the full service for them to fucking keep an eye on it the right way? Or two, did they really drop the ball? Was this a courtesy thing? So then that maybe the person working didn't like give a fuck as much? I don't know.
right, right, right. So we're gonna talk about the Texas woman
Mhm.
who got pulled over
Mhm.
and handed a $250 ticket for being in the HOV lane, who was challenging the ticket because she has a 34-week unborn child.
mhm.
She's due to pop
But the
any
key
day
word
now.
is unborn.
Well, under the new Roe versus Wade overturning law, that 34-week unborn child qualifies as a person. So, Miss Lady in the HOV lane had another passenger with her.
Mm.
You feel me?
Can you hear them working on over there?
Nah, nah,
Uh,
I can't.
could you hear the game and stuff yesterday?
A little bit, a little bit.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I felt like it was cutting your voice out.
Ah,
That's why I
okay.
said sometimes I could hear you, sometimes I couldn't.
Mm.
And I'm like, well, if I can't hear you, I wonder if the audio
And
can
the
hear.
oh yeah, right, right, right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I know this ain't no real news for you, but the head of the Secret Service is resigning and taking over for the security division of Snapchat.
Sounds like another way for the agency, government agency, to be nosy.
Yeah,
Because they quit what now? What did
they
they?
quit the Secret Service.
You're quitting the Secret Service to surveillance Snapchat. They about,
Snapchat.
they about to be on your ass. All the
Yeah.
motherfuckers that they investigating when they get on Snapchat popping shit because that Twitter's already, claimed by, Mr. Musk here.
Hold on.
So,
That's also a news clip.
okay.
He
But
is trying to back out of that deal.
what?
Yeah. He said Twitter has not given him adequate enough information on what's going on with their uh like bot accounts and their spam accounts and their like unhuman accounts, because there's a lot of them out there, and so they're like, we need the data on these accounts. That's what he's telling Twitter, and Twitter's basically telling him like, look, bruh, kiss my ass.
Oh,
You put the 45 million on the table. We took the 45 million, and now you got stipulations. Kiss my ass. And so what's happening is he's like, oh, you ain't gonna tell me kiss my ass. I'm pulling. And now Twitter is suing Elon Musk for some millions for backing out of the deal. The kicker of it is Twitter is going to have to produce all of the information on those accounts that he wanted the information on in order for the lawsuit to have real gravity. So they're going to be giving him what he wants anyway.
So then I wonder what's going to happen. That's a saga I want to keep up with.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I just noticed the chain when Elon Musk took over. They was starting to ask for money and shit.
Yeah.
He got new features and shit. Like, who needs a membership to Twitter? The fuck? So, yeah. And then what was we just talking about before Twitter?
Oh. Oh, you said on Twitter? Oh,
No.
we talking about Snapchat.
Oh, yeah. That, I'm telling you, bro, that is literally for surveillance only. Like, they're going to be in everybody's shit. All the rappers, all the people that fucking want to post their money and guns and their, whores and all this stuff. Guess what? It's going to be a new age of the what? They stopped doing what they was doing to do Snapchat.
Right.
Nigga.
For real.
They want to be able to identify me by my coochie hair.
I'm about to say, look, don't worry. I done seen some wild shit on Snap too, so they're gonna know the whole size of my anatomy as well. So hey man, say man, hey man, say man.
Mm-hmm. Was there anything else you had, love?
The family of Emmett Till is out here. Actually, not only the family of Emmett Till, they got a nice amount of protesters with them as well. They are knocking on addresses to find Carolyn Bryant. Is that her name?
Yep.
Yeah. They looking for that old lady because they
She's an
gonna
old
serve
bitch.
her that
Don't
warrant.
call her. She's not a lady. She's a bitch.
Oh, okay. They're gonna find that old bitch because she had a warrant that never got served. And so they are walking around to serve her this warrant and lock her ass
No.
up.
The crazy part about this, and I'm gonna say it again because I know I'm not crazy. They had a fucking documentary of this woman saying this woman was dead and saying this woman basically admitted to her wrong and wanted to do it on her deathbed. Now, unless that's the only part I heard wanted to, meaning she was going to and didn't, or she didn't have a chance to. That's what I'm thinking. But now you're informing me that this old bitch, is still alive. I googled it, and Google does not have her death date, and I'm just so in awe. Like, how the fuck is this real? I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone.
Hey man, you know how it is, the Mandela effect.
I felt like that about Betty White. I felt she died like 3 times.
Man, I thought Betty White died a little earlier than she did. I thought John Madden died 10 years before he did. I thought Larry King died 10 years before he did. I thought, who was that? Was it Regis? No, I don't think it was Regis. One of those people died, though. I know Regis did die, but I don't think it was Regis I was thinking about. It's somebody else who was alive for a long time, and I swore that person was dead. And all of a sudden, he's like, "Oh, we're laying such and such to rest." And I'm like, "Hold on, he ain't been dead."
Right.
So we definitely going through the Mandela effect when it comes to a lot of these celebrities and whatnot. Because, like you said with Carolyn Bryant, somebody definitely confessed on their deathbed about somebody that they wrongfully accused. And if I'm not mistaken, it might have been the Emmett Till jump. But yeah, somehow they dug a whole new lady up or whatever. But you know, that's how it is with this justice shit. That the 101-year-old Nazi officer finally got charged with some shit, and they locking him up at 101. So you can only imagine he probably died as soon as he get in that jump.
Yo.
I mean, how many more days you got left at 101?
Not at 101.
How they make them? They gonna make them bend over and cough at 101? He might die in processing.
Yo. Yo.
Hey,
you
man.
gotta relax.
Hey man, I got.
He gonna make it. He ain't gonna make it past processing.
Hell no.
Oh shit.
Hell no. To the no.
You know he gone.
Huh?
He gone.
He died?
Mm-hmm.
The hell no to the no, dude?
Yeah.
No. How you find that out?
That was on the blogs.
So the Twitterverse and the streets know about the hell no to the no dude dying?
Yeah.
Oh, I feel bad. He had a hit on his hands too. Hopefully he made some money off that hit.
Yeah.
To the no.
I feel bad. He had a hit on his hands.
Hell no. To the no.
Hell to the no.
To the no. Yeah.
I felt that in my spirit. Yes. Every time somebody asks me some stupid shit.
I got one more for you. One more for you. There's a bill in the state of Arizona making recording police activity illegal within 8 feet of it happening. So you can record it, but you can't be within 8 feet of it happening. And they're saying that it had this law been like a nationwide law, then the George Floyd murder wouldn't have been able to be, captured in the way it was captured in.
Wow.
Yep. I feel like they're going to find several ways to keep us down, and we have to just stay woke. We have to stay woke. I just found, but I don't have all of the details to it. Apparently there's a beef going on between Cardi B and the Shade Room.
She been not fucking with them.
Yeah, but it's a whole different kind of beef now.
Why?
Like the Shade Room had a video of Culture, and Cardi B asked for them to take it down, and then it turned into some other stuff, which turned into a war of words between the two, where the Shade Room was like, look, we try and be respectful to you, but you keep playing, we might have to release some shit about how you was talking bad about some shit. Ooh. Blah, 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 blah. This could set off waves on the internet if we expose who you was talking about. Blah, 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 blah. And she like, damn, that's how y'all feel? And they're like, yeah, this how we feel, and don't let us get our lawyers in it. And she was like, shit, get your lawyers. I got lawyers too. Oh. Yeah. And so even though it's early, it is a lot going on. Shout out to Tia with the T. Or whatever the name is, that site, or T with the Tia. Tia with the T. And I don't mean to mess her name up, because she be where I be getting a lot of stuff from too. So shout out to her. But like, yeah, it's going down. It's going down. Cardi B versus the Shade Room. Damn. I could have led with that news, but then it would have thrown off everything we were supposed to talk about. So
Yeah, so the shade room and Curdy, huh?
Yep, yep, yep.
Yeah. So this just teaches you your friends ain't who you think they are because, baby, how would you get these conversations?
Yeah,
I'll say. And
for
so
real.
and we all know how Cardi get down, so if she back off, that means they
Hell
got
yeah.
some shit on that ass. And I wanna like Cardi so bad, but I feel so bad if she was saying something super reckless. But at the same time, it's like, who haven't said something reckless and reckless about somebody, like, literally? So it's one of the things like, are we going to forgive her? Who the fuck are we to judge her? Like, it's a lot. Because
Yeah.
it's like, well, the shade room, like, y'all shady. Y'all are shady. Nicki Minaj don't fuck with the shade room for real.
Mm-hmm.
She made that perfectly crystal water clear.
Heck yeah.
But yeah, anything else you want to surprise us with, my nigga?
Nah, that was it. That was it. That was the last one. And you know there's more news coming, but you know, I don't got it. I don't got it yet. We just covering what we had to cover.
Right. And I don't know why I do this. I'm gonna start doing this greeting at the beginning and the end. You guys, please make sure you follow us on Instagram, Petty on the Rock. I think that's it. All right, boom. Follow us on Twitter at Petty OTR Podcast. That's Petty the @Petty OTR podcast, or if you're familiar with the LinkedIn website, if you LinkedIn Linktree, I'm sorry, Linktree. So it's linktr.ee/ Petty on the Rocks, all one word, all together now, no spaces, no underscores, and that will take you to where you can listen to us on multiple platforms: Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeart, Google Podcast, and more.
Word, word. And shout out to all 10 of my followers on Twitter.
Hey now, say now, I have like 15. I think I'm doing fucking awesome. You
Yeah,
are
so
doing awesome too, friend.
yes indeed. We got
Cause for
yeah.
you to have 0 and then be at, over 10, I feel like that's awesome. And even if I only get one follow every 2 weeks, I'll be grateful.
Yeah. I'll be extremely thankful. And I'm probably not following a bunch of new people. But if you guys choose to follow me, I may choose to
They
follow
don't
you
want
guys
them
back.
gift cards, my guy. We
Oh,
almost.
oh, it's all good. Look, more gas for my black ass. More gas for my black ass.
Yeah, I don't think nobody made it through that extremely long episode. It says
Hmm.
it got a couple of plays, but I don't believe it.
Yeah, I don't believe they got that far down. That's cool. We'll start a new. We'll have a new word for y'all probably next week.
Or
You
what's?
know.
Well, didn't we do this in July, right?
But yeah, I think we did start them in July,
So
so we
we
got so
can.
we gotta wait until
We not
I got to
even
wait
big
until
enough to
August.
do. Yeah, but say we not even big enough to do more than one giveaway a month.
Right.
Not
So
yet.
y'all got to wait. I'm surprised y'all ain't hit us for that with them words though. I'm kind of
Uh,
disappointed, but it's cool. It's cool.
yeah.
It's okay. I hold on to my little gas.
Uh,
For real.
Yo, they're really. I wonder what they're doing next door.
They,
Well, I know
they
what they're
I
doing,
want to
but
say they jazzing it up, baby. They jazzing it
I want to see what it look like.
up. Heck yeah.
Mm-mm-mm. All right, you guys, it's been an hour and almost 10 minutes. This has been another episode of Petty on the Rocks. Again, I'm your host, Erica Jade,
And I'm Vern the Accomplished.
and it is Monday. We want you guys to have a marvelous Monday.
Yes, indeed.